to the greatest of the greatest. A podcast that you never knew you needed. With interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice. Asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them. You are listening to Full Buddy Cast.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Full Buddy Cast. It's just a random chat, random conversation with Ira. Jamie came up with Invest in Ira, which is a good one. I like that. The I
rant hour.
The I rant hour.
Half hour, 25 minute rant.
Yeah, Pottersfield.
Angry. Pottersfield.
Pottersfield.
Pottersfields.
Feels. Anyway, we got Ira Potter on the mic. Give a what up.
Whoa.
What up?
Oh.
Early,
Put those
late
hands
90s.
together, gentlemen, for destiny.
I like that. We got DJ Ira.
Yeah. Strip club DJ Ira.
So, the cool thing about doing this is meeting people, and I met Ira in person last year at Cole Street Brewery. He came in, he was a part of it, and then he's been a Patreon, and we've had him on a couple times since then. And so we're gonna these episodes. It's just actually me kind of getting to know Ira a little bit, and then in between when I'm recording or when I'm saving our recordings and stuff like that. I hold on just a second. I gotta send a text real quick.
I will hold on.
Okay.
And I will entertain the people. I'll give them something
Thank you.
they've never seen before.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Put those hands together.
All right, everyone, to the left, to the right. So anyway, I'm learning about Ira a little bit more, and in between the in between these episodes that we were recording, we got kind of deep there. It is nothing to be on, nothing to talk about again.
Nothing that a pill won't clear up.
Nothing. Yes, just but it was just nice to learn a little. But anyway, I was telling him the story about how I went to Vegas. Now he's a race car guy too. I'm not sure if you're a NASCAR guy or if you ever were
recently. I was big into drag racing when I was a kid.
Gotcha.
My family always has been, but
you recently have got into NASCAR.
Recently, the oval track I've been bitten by the oval track bug. So.
Now, are you watching it?
Yeah.
And who's your driver that you like to root for?
I actually like Kyle Larson. Before it was cool. I'm not a fair weather fan.
Yeah.
I liked him before.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I got into it because of Casey Kane, obviously, and
yep.
So, but I've never been to a race, and so Jamie, when we were in Vegas in October for my 40th birthday, it just happened to be the same weekend as the NASCAR race was in town.
And that wasn't that the championship? Or did you go?
That was like the third race before the championship. I think they have it in LA, Fontana, or California, Fontana. I think eventually it's going to become the championship race, though. I think they want to start ending it in Las Vegas. Maybe they end it in Miami. All I know is that
Daytona.
It's
Miami.
They used to end it in Miami. Oh no, I think they ended it in Arizona, Phoenix.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
That's what it was. I knew it was a desert something.
Yes,
I was like, dude, this guy's high.
Yeah, super
Way
high.
Off.
So, pardon me with the COVID cough. So Jamie and I, we go to Circa, which is a brand new casino in Old Town. They built it like 2 years ago, about a year, and they opened it up not this past September, the prior September. Anyway, it's a big gambling, obviously, but sports gambling, and the pool is called Stadium Swim, and it's just got just massive screens outside. You're in a pool, and you can reserve other pools and side things.
Really?
It's awesome.
Bottle service,
the works.
Hot chicks and grottos
babes and dudes and babes.
Yeah.
And I think it's week 4 of football. So, and Jamie likes fantasy football. I like fantasy football as well. So we rent these 2 chairs, $100 a piece, and we get a little discount for drinks and stuff like that. But
how long do you get it?
All day.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. So we got a reserved area. We're watching all of the games, all the games
at the same time. You're taking
at
it all
the same
in.
time. I got my slips. I'm betting, like $10 a game on spreads, and I don't even trying to figure that out. I don't even know that.
The over under and the freaking
So we get absolutely hammered, hammered. And so anyway, we go to we actually get in the cab. We took a cab to the Las Vegas Speedway.
Took a cab in 2021.
Yeah, it was because Uber's kind of weird right now because of people. There's not as many Ubers out there right now because people are getting paid more to stay at home, and Uber isn't really like paying. So basically, the unemployment is more than what some of these people are. It's like,
oh yeah.
So
cabs are making a comeback.
Cabs are making a comeback in Las Vegas. Yeah,
I'll be damned.
So anyway, so we get in this cab. It's like a 20-minute drive from Old Town. We just fall asleep in the back of the cab. This guy could have drove for 4 hours and charged us $600. Like, because we were that hammered and they were that just tired.
Are you proud of yourself?
Not really.
Okay.
So we go and we look online. So we go to the Las Vegas Speedway, get off, look online prior to all this, because I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I really love NASCAR though, so we go to NASCAR, and it's like $16 tickets to get in, and I'm like, sweet, that's great.
Bad.
Nosebleeds. I'll just watch 20 laps, and we take off. I don't need to be there the entire time. Did bet on Chase Elliott.
It's a good bet.
It's a good bet for Las Vegas. Good tri-oval. He's fast.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we get there and they're like, "Oh, we're all sold out of those. We only got good seats left. They're $125 a piece." And so Jamie wasn't expecting that, which I wasn't expecting that either. And I said, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "Unless you're military?" And I go, "I'll be whatever you want me to be."
Really?
Yeah. I was
stolen
valor.
Valor. I mean, okay.
They offered it, and I said,
in your defense.
Yeah.
For NASCAR tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, I think any soldier, worth his salt is going to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll give you a pass.
I'll give you a pass on that. I didn't, and I was the one that brought it up. I was like, "Hey,
stolen valor for vagina, stolen valor for the ladies? No, sir.
No, sir. Just
no, sir.
NASCAR." And they offered it, and I said, "Again, I'll be whatever you want me to be. I'll be 65 and older.
Yeah,
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
You'll be a Muslim cleric.
If that's what's going to get me a discount.
You'll wear a fucking diaper.
I'm a baby.
Yeah,
I'm a baby.
You will poop in that diaper.
I'm a dog.
Yeah,
yeah. And pets free. I'm a service dog, and I'll get in for free. Yeah. So anyway, they sell it for. It was like a $7. I was like $116 at this point. So anyway, we get there. So we had again good seats. We were almost on the start finish line, like 16 rows up. So and they're just wham, 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 wham. And I got to get earplugs because this is so loud. And so I go get earplugs, get them for Jamie. I get them myself. I've been wanting to go to a NASCAR race for years, guys. I'm talking like 15 years I've been wanting to go to a NASCAR race. And I teared up. I was so happy, and you feel the in your chest, and you're looking around, and I'm drunk, and just tears underneath the sunglasses, just full on, just like,
dude, that's so awesome.
I loved it. So I sit down, and now the fwams are fwam.
Really?
And I'm watching them go in circles. And just like a baby laying down in that mobile or whatever, and just the soft sounds, the fwam, I felt fast asleep. Me and Jamie both, we slept for like 45 minutes just in these great seats as these things are just going around 180 miles per hour right in front of us. I mean, if NBC or Fox or whoever was just like panning, it's just us just passed out sleeping.
Dude,
and
you guys are some sleepy ass drunks. Holy shit, you need some uppers, man. Like, drink a Red Bull every now and then.
Yeah, we probably should have. So
I mean, you were in Vegas. You could have gotten some cocaine.
We probably could have.
Easily.
and just balanced it out.
I would think.
I'd be climbing the fence.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. Got to go to the NASCAR race. It was the big 40 years old, and we left. Like again, I woke up and probably watched another 25 minutes worth. And Chase Elliott was way behind, but I must have caught him on a weird cycle because I'm like, oh, I'm not even. And he finished second. He was actually making a hard charge for first. He didn't win it, but
yeah, one of those.
When I saw that on the poll, I'm like, oh man, he's like 17th. Well, it must have been he just pitted, and I just wasn't paying attention. And
if you're not paying attention, you can get thrown off.
So I was like, oh, I'm not going to sit here for another hour and a half.
Yeah, lo and behold, you almost won.
Almost won it.
Jeez.
Yeah, almost won it. So anyway, sorry. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for listening, everyone.
He chose that instead of going to the strip club.
Okay, so that was the
idiot.
I did. So Jamie, so I thought about.
Do you have any idea how hot the strippers are in Las Vegas?
I have no clue.
Do you have any idea?
I have no clue, but I do think the same thing would have happened. I would have sat.
Oh my God! Yes,
I would have sat down, and I would hear the
yeah,
and then I'd see these things. I'd see these things just swinging around left to right, just like the car is going. And then I would fall asleep.
Yep, and then you'd
kicked
be
out.
Escorted out. Yeah, because they frown on that. You know, why is that? It's like, dude, he's just sleeping. I mean, he's not bothering anybody.
Sleeping it off for a moment.
Sleeping it off. Jeez.
Yeah. So same thing would have happened either way. I would have fell asleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I chose that over the strip club. 40 years old. Never been.
Yeah. Still never been.
And I'm at that point where I'm like, do I just
don't say it.
Just like, nope. Never in my life.
I guess at this point,
don't break the streak.
I know, right? It's probably easier now than it was when you were. How did you not go when you were 18? How?
I mean,
how is that possible?
So I'm Benjamin Button a little bit. The way I was. I mean, I still believe. I still have faith in Christ. I don't really go to church. That's what I'm saying. I'm Benjamin Button. I was very active in church. Went to a Bible college. And then was a youth pastor. And again, Benjamin Button had the reversal. Usually people will go get wild and then kind of get into church. I did the opposite, and now I'm I'm not tapering off. I haven't left the faith. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I was very I was Shiite,
just
zealous,
kind of over it, you know.
Yeah, and now I'm just I'm tapering, and I got my own.
Hell doesn't seem so bad, you know.
Okay, I'm not like that, but I am not. So that's why 18, 20, 21. That's
Well, no, when you think about it, actually going to a strip club. Especially when you were that
age,
young. Young, okay. But sorry. You were that into the faith, everything. You've got this reputation. You are this person. I mean, for you to get seen in a strip club.
Oh yeah, I would be,
dude. Yeah. It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I mean, I don't go to those bikini barista things because I drive a company van that says Northwest Flyers all over it. Right, it's obvious.
Right.
I just feel so fucking creepy.
Yeah,
sitting at those things.
And then, so my dad, who's very, very Christian.
Okay.
He was wanting to get coffee. This was a couple years ago, and he didn't know what a bikini. And my mom knew, so she's sitting in the passenger
Ladybug,
side.
Let's try that place.
And my dad's like, "Oh, hey, there's a coffee shop over here." And my mom knew immediately, and my dad had no clue.
So your mom didn't say anything.
My mom just
on purpose.
Yeah, she's like, "I want to see how this goes."
Dude, your mom's amazing.
I want to see how this goes. I want to see how Rick's gonna handle this thing. And so he pulled up, and the lady so, and my dad's like.
Pasties.
Looks at the windshield I'd like a grande.
Oh man, I'd like a grande mammary fallopian.
Yeah. So let's get back to you and racing.
Okay.
You posted something the other day. Your son, your daughter, both. Okay.
I think.
Going
World Formula, right?
What is that?
So World Formula is almost the fastest that a quarter midget will.
Without a wing.
The fastest motor.
No wing.
Yeah. Now, anyone out there who's like into it or who's a sticker will go, dude, hold on. There are halves, there are A's, there are mods. Okay, fine. And that shit runs on like methanol. And it's like, okay, but there are usually only 2 or 3 of those in a race, and that shit don't count. I'm sorry.
So is it a 360? Is it a 420? Like what type of engine size?
Well, no. So it's still roughly a 200 cubic centimeter. Yes. So it's 200 cc's roughly.
Okay.
The platform is very similar to the animal motor which he ran last year, but it's just a little bit more. It's a more carburetor. It's more just a little bit more, and it's like the fastest class that's still hyper competitive. So there will be multiple main events where you'll have 3 heat. I mean, not necessarily 3 heat races, but you could have 2 or 3 heat races. You'll have
an A and a B,
and a C main.
Right.
So yeah, you make that. If you go winning, the region in World Formula, you're a badass, right? So it's just basically in almost every other class, you can leave your foot absolutely to the floorboard the entire time, and you're good as long as you can kind of control it. You won't spin out. You cannot do that in World Formula. It's
really?
not even an option. You
are you
have
braking or are you letting off?
Not necessarily braking. You'll tap the brake every now and then because otherwise, I mean, you could just be coming in hot on someone's bumper and, you might want to tap the brake, but it's just they have to let off in the corners.
Right.
And that's how much, and they absolutely fly. I mean, to where they, the torque and when they first drive them, their heads, when they hit the gas, their heads slam back against the seat and then they force forward when they let off. I mean, it's so much torque. So
how big are these tracks?
They're 1/20th of a mile. So they're doing a lap in 6 seconds.
They're small.
Oh yeah.
Are they getting dizzy?
I know. They now I drove a go-kart the other day. I went to like that the one in
Psykart or
yes.
whatever?
Yep. And dude, while I was doing it, I was fine. It was like, dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I get out, and for the next half an hour, I was like, I'm going to puke, dude.
COVID.
Like, that was COVID puke. Just projectile. Strong stomach. So it just, I don't know, man. My kids, I think, are, they take after their mom. They don't take after me, so they're good. Yeah. They wouldn't matter. I'm kind of a weenie like that, but no, they really are going fast. It's wild.
Well, that's what I heard. I mean, even the quarter mile they have, like, is it Bristol? Is that a quarter mile? Like some of the NASCAR tracks, the New Hampshire, they're the short track ovals, and they're going like 90 around the corner, and
it's
then
pretty wild.
Yeah, so I mean, it's. I hear you could get dizzy pretty quick doing that too.
Those guys really have to be able to drive because you really have to know when exactly to hit the brake and the gas and when during your turn. There's a lot going on. Whereas
passing's got to be an absolute bitch.
Oh yeah, the tiniest window. I mean, and that's where you get like when you see the kids that truly have the talent to go to the next level. It's no different than football where like. You'll have a amazing college QB. He'll be a rookie and he'll show up in camp and he'll try to just he's doing 7-on-7s,
right?
Whatever, and he'll be like, dude, nobody's open, right?
Right.
And the coach will go, oh, they're open. Nobody is ever going to be open like they were in college anymore.
Right.
You're in the pros now. So
tiny windows, you got to toss them in.
The tiny window. So the kids will their tires will touch. I mean, they'll take the tiniest opening, they'll take it. But yeah, everything's happening that much faster.
Is your son excited?
Oh yeah, he's like.
Was he the one pushing for it?
Yeah, it was totally his idea. I was like, dude, are you sure, man? I mean, it's because last year it was his first year, just even being faster than the intro level car. So I'm like, dude, but I mean, he knows. I mean, that's the funny thing about him is that he knows what he can handle better than I do. I'm like, all right. I mean, he didn't learn how to ride a bike till he was 9, but he just hopped on and just rode it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't teach him.
Right.
He just he didn't want to fall off the damn bike.
Now,
so he's like, I'm doing this on my terms.
And so he does it on his terms. And how old is he again?
He's 10.
He's 10.
Yeah.
Is your daughter wanting to do it, or is she like happy with,
with
what she's
kind
doing?
of. She has driven a World Formula before. She did it last fall.
Just to try it out?
Randomly, yeah. One of the other dads was like, I got one ready to go. It was like he just had the car, and he's like, I want Lyndon to drive it, and she did, and she did awesome.
Really?
But she got wrecked and hurt her ribs. They had to red flag it and everything.
Oh,
we pulled her out of the car, and I was like, do you want to go? It was kind of rough, and she was already beat up from her race before, which was a pretty tough one, and I was proud of her because she got back in and finished the race. But
so at this age, are they typically wrecking once a race?
No, they it really depends on the kid, honestly. Mm-hmm. There are some kids that every single weekend will wreck but the thing too is that they have like 3 different cars. They'll be racing like senior Honda, senior Animal, and light 160. So they've got 3 different cars, and it's like they'll do okay in the other, but in one of them they'll absolutely taco an axle, and that's just the way it is. But my son Emmett had the same front axle for 2 years, which is unheard of. I mean, his cars are always like perfect.
Really?
Every panel is perfect, and he just will not. He'll just back off and just go, okay. He'll let you go before he'll, get in there.
So he doesn't hard charge. Now is he doing? Okay, is he not aggressive, or is he like, fine, you wreck yourself and I'll just move ahead of you once you get out of control?
Yeah, it's kind of no. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of both. Because it's more important to not wreck the car than it is to win. And there's 2 different kinds of kids out there. And there's that kid, and there's the kid that's like, I do not care about this car whatsoever.
So let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any kids that play or that race. So let's put this in soccer terms.
Okay.
Some kids will go and they don't care about getting kicked in the shins. They will run hard charge into a group of people and just blast their leg as hard as they can.
Right.
Other kids are a little more timid. They're not wanting to blast their legs. If the ball happens to pop out and they can get a kick on it, they'll get a kick on it, and they're fine with that. They just don't want to just hurt themselves. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was the timid kid back when I played sports, and I was never going to be the middle linebacker. I mean, that's middle linebacker, the strong safety. Those 2 guys. There's always a D lineman that's crazy too, but there's always a couple players on the defense when you're playing football who are absolute psychos. And I would find myself in those situations where I'm like, okay, here we go, and I would break down, and here he comes. I'm going to make this tackle, right? And I'm like, I'm going to hit you. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's just, here comes Gavin, freaking boom, and just absolutely just like, and I'm like, oh my God. But I got to where I was just like, well, look, this is the job description. I certainly don't want to let down my team. I don't want to be called a pussy. Right. So I got it. And I would just be like, oh man, number 32 again. And I would just, you just take it. You try to be the one who's enforcing. But so I think that you can overcome it, but there's definitely those kids who you're just like, dude, I mean, they're just flipping over. Just, I mean, I'm talking like a major, like a sprint car or like those midget cars that with no wing. Those guys just, I mean, oh my God, it looks like
you hit open wheels together. That's gonna just send you.
Yeah, and there's no wing to the wing kind of it
slows you down.
It absorbs a bunch of energy when you flip over on it.
And then landing on it. Yeah.
But those wingless ones don't. And it's just, some kids will just flip those things and they land and they're just like, well, thumbs up. And you're like, ugh.
That sounds horrible.
I'd be shook up after that. But
that sounds like the zipper.
Yeah.
I can't even fit on the zipper anymore. It sucks.
No, that's another puke fest. Yeah, no thanks, man. Whoever came up with that, it's like, it's not even that fun. It's like, what's the upside? Yeah, the upside's like, okay, spin around, do a couple somersaults and the thing go up high. Like, yeah, and then you puke your damn guts out.
Yeah, and then all the delicious food.
That's what I went to the fair for, anyways. The food. Give me them burgers and all the
grease,
fried stuff,
elephant ears, funnel cakes. Yeah, me too. And in fact, I like the Ferris wheel the most because you get up high. It's not out of control. You still kind of get that little bit of butterflies in the stomach. But you also kind of get to plan out your little, okay, you know what? Oh, that's where that's at over there. I was looking for that rubber ducky thing. I was looking for that pop the balloon and get a Tupac thing to hang on my wall. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the football thing.
Yeah.
So as a
former
former
NFL quarterback
and a kid, small Division III. I actually didn't even play quarterback in college. That's how shitty I was in high school.
Were you on the bench? Were you playing? Were you playing?
No, I played. I just played defense. So I was just
okay, I got you.
Actually, Anyway, so went to the fair, and so here comes the football. Throw the football through the thing and get a prize thing, right? Well, my ex at the time was like, "Hey, quarterback," and I was like, "Oh, shit.
Time out. You said ex at the time.
Sorry. My ex.
Okay.
Why the hell did I say?
I thought you're like she's like oh, challenge. She's your ex at the moment. She's like, you can't throw shit. Why are we here together?
My ex at the time.
So
I love her today. No. My wife at the time.
Married in college?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is way after that. She goes, you used to play quarterback. You're always telling me all this stuff because
so she challenges you, and that's okay. I got.
I'm like reliving.
And now we know why she's your ex because always challenge.
Yeah.
You're the smart. Oh, you're the guy with the arm.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Listen here, Mr. Front
Football
page
guy.
of the News Tribune. You think you're freaking so? I was All-State.
Were you All-State?
Prove it. No.
Oh.
I made it to the East-West All-Star game from a small Baptist high school. So I don't know. I guess you could kind of say I was All-State in that way. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
it's more than me.
Yeah.
More than most.
They trimmed down the playbook. I have ADD.
I can tell
so
through the
bad.
story right now.
So bad. Yeah, sorry about
Did you make the throw or not?
Yeah, I did. All of them. All of them. Dude, you had to make 3, right? You had to make 3 into the small hole up top, the long bomb, dude. The touchdown, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Give me that big old huge
And
thing.
you got it.
I got it. So
right.
She was so proud. She was. And I was like, yeah. Then she's like, dang, man. She's all like putting it on Facebook. Like,
wow.
I was like, yeah, well.
That's what I do.
Yeah. It's just.
I slay.
Yeah.
They thinned they thinned the playbook so much. Just power run right, power run left.
Yeah, well, they actually, okay, get this. There's such a thing as a half sprint. Okay, so typically you have a 3-step drop, you have a 5-step drop, you have all this stuff, you have a shotgun, okay?
Yeah.
So then for really dumb people, they have something called a half sprint where you actually turn and run backwards. And then you turn, but you kind of run backwards at like a 45-degree angle. So you're not running straight back, but you're running back at an angle. And then you turn basically so that they can block
rolling
for you.
Everyone out.
Yeah, so the offensive line turns and they sort of block for you. But then it also, what they do is they basically give you half the field to work with. You don't just take your 5-step drop like Peyton Manning and survey the whole field and high low the safety.
So
and
you've got the right side of the field or the left side of the field.
Yeah, and that's it. And the playbook was like, yeah. I mean, when I was a freshman, our quarterback was the state player of the year. He threw for 3,500 yards and 40 touchdowns or something, right? And then I come along and I'm like, I dropped back there and I'm like, I don't know, and I'm like, I can throw,
right?
But it's like, well, that doesn't do you much good if you throw to the wrong damn guy or you throw to the other team. So they just had to trim it down so much. It was.
Wait,
I would
for
throw
your
like
actual. You were not talking about the East West. You were talking about your
actual team, actual high school. I was there for all 4 years. I played 3 out of 4 years because I had bad grades my sophomore year. Long story, but no, this dude. I'm telling you, we had the wrist thing, right? And there was 100 plays on the damn thing my freshman year because the senior guy
knew what he was doing.
Dude, by the time I was a senior, there were 20.
8 plays,
dude. And most of them were running plays. I would pass like 5, 6, 7 times a game, but we ran so well, and I would run the option, shit like that, so that, I mean, when we finally did, I would do some play action thing, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, shit, you know. And we had like the state champion sprinter on our team. We had like all these awesome athletes. I just toss it up there, and they just run under it, and they'd catch it.
And then
so
go.
I would be like 5 for 7 for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns. But then I'd also run for 50 yards and a touchdown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it was never like 400 yards, 28 out of 36.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's high school, too. High school, you rarely, like, you'll get a pass play here and there.
I know, but most people are running the ball.
Yeah, most people are running the ball.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I watched the games. That's what I did.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the games.
I would have taken you for the John Randall defensive tackle.
Yeah, I was
Warren Sapp.
Crushing people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that was Joey Hollenbeck, not me.
Yeah.
I wanted to play football. I was, believe it or not, skinnier than you are right now. I was they called me Earthworm Jim. I was Stick Boy. I had a lot of names. I was very skinny. Like scrawny, like my son. You saw my son. Just like super brittle, and my mom
brittle. I wouldn't say brittle.
My mom was afraid.
Be kind to yourself. Oh yeah, your mom was afraid. Yeah, that happens.
My mom was afraid, so she's like, but then you get these shoulders, these shoulders that came in, and I'm just like
the shoulders, the barrel chest,
the actual trash can chest. Did I tell you that?
Trash can chest. Dang it!
You remember that one?
I remember that one.
Remember that one. Yeah. So. Anyway,
the guns. I mean, it is a shame because you would have dominated.
Now, do your kids do they want to play sports?
Emmett actually said his dream sport is basketball, which I was kind of like offended. I'm like, hold up, dude.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly spend 1/10 of the money on basketball if I tried to outfit you like a different NBA MVP every single week.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't even come close. But yeah, so he's excited about playing basketball at some point, which is cool. I enjoy basketball.
I like basketball too. I had the No Fear shirts. It said basketball is life. The rest are just details, all that stuff. I was a big basketball. I loved it.
And one shorts, remember those?
And one. I thought I was gonna make the NBA. Like it was like legit. Like I'm that good. And then you realize that and then people are like hating on you. They're like, dude, you suck. And I'm like, yeah, that's what they told Sean Kemp. They cut Michael Jordan his freshman year. And then sophomore year.
Little did they know you were coming back.
And then junior year, I just go,
body.
Yeah, no, I suck.
Assembly.
They were right.
Yeah,
I never had the
trumpet
where I dunked on them later and then said, "Who sucks now?" It was like more of like I kind of threw a half court shot over the backboard. I'm like, yeah, okay, you guys are right.
Yeah. You were scrawny, but I mean, yeah, you could have been athletic. How much did you weigh? How much did you weigh your senior year?
Oh, I was 150, 160.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
that's not that skinny, bro.
I was scrawny. But the thing is that I had more fun. I realized I had more fun in the stands, like cheering and cracking jokes and going wild. I was the mascot. I wasn't the mascot, but a couple times, one of my most embarrassing. Girls make you do stupid stuff. Oh. Everybody that's listening right now, girls make you do dumb things.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do the dares.
I was the class clown, right, senior year,
of course,
right? And my crush at the time. You have weird conversations when you're in high school. You talk about everything. So it came up that I bought her a jacket that was a fleece jacket. This is Gap. Gap was huge at the time.
Old Navy. The Old Navy performance fleeces were horrible because they were like imposter fleeces. But if you had a nice Gap fleece, or even better, like if you had a name brand fleece, you were the shit. I wore those things all the time.
And so that was the thing back then. Found out that Ira and I are very much the same age.
Absolutely.
And so I bought her that for Christmas. She bought for me Gap fleece sweats. That was also a thing too. Well, here's the thing, guys. Sometimes you do stupid things to impress people that you shouldn't. She never wore underwear. That was her thing, right? So I thought,
my kind of gal.
One morning, I thought, I'm going to wear these Gap, and I'm going to go commando as well.
I like it.
Yeah, and so in my mind, I was like, that's a great idea, and I'm going to tell her this. I'm going to wink at her, be like, hey, guess who's also commando today?
Yeah.
Right?
So far, I don't see the bad decision here at all.
Well, I forgot that I also was approached by the ASB and people to do for the pep rally to get into this like 1970s Hornet suit because we're the Enumclaw Hornets, and go and do the rally. So here I am, changing underneath the stands.
Yeah.
Completely forgetting that I don't have any underoos on at all. Right.
You just ripped off them.
So I pull. I'm like, oh crap, shoot. Well, so I put on this like Hornets, and it didn't have leg. Like it was like cut like to right here. I was freeballing in this.
You were Porky Pigging it?
I was Porky Pigging it. And I'm running around the freaking gym, going crazy. I'm sliding on my stomach. I'm like,
everybody dance.
Yeah, I'm just getting down. I'm getting going. And so then after like a minute of that, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of done with this now. This is now too long, and I don't want to be an idiot. So I jump into the stands with my friends, and my friends think it'd be a hilarious idea to start unzipping and peeling this thing off of me.
Right.
And I'm realizing
that you didn't manscape.
I've got nothing underneath this thing at all. Like no t-shirt, no underwear, and they are unzipping, and I'm fighting for my life. Like this is like when you're fighting your siblings, like when it's just like your parents aren't home and you just got one's in a headlock, you're sweaty, you're just like you just feel the rug burns just scraping across your face. Like that's me fighting these guys right now. But then you get to the point where you've exhausted all of your energy and you're just like,
futility sets in.
I can't do it. Like I just got to accept my fate right now. And at the same moment that I just in my head said, this is going to happen, this is embarrassing, and it's going to happen, they also stopped fighting me. So it was like, whoa. Yeah. So it's
like a miracle.
As soon as I felt them release their strength just a little bit, boom, I was out of there. I was back underneath the stands, and I was putting, changing out at that time.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't do dumb stuff like that for girls. Because these girls, man, they'll F with you.
They will. Yeah. They're after your essence.
They are. They almost like, yeah. They're like, well, how dumb will this guy be for me right now?
Suck you by.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. No.
Stupid girls. Yeah. Stupid, dumb girls.
To this day, doing dumb. Oh, my gosh.
Do you ever
things we do?
Did you do anything dumb back in junior high and high school to try to impress a girl?
Yeah. Well, I remember a time I was doing anything like in order to impress a girl, but I was like a freshman, skinny ass freshman on the football team on the sidelines, and there was a play that was coming towards us, right? So it was like one of those deals where here comes a running back. I mean, and he's full head of steam. You're like, oh shit, we got to get the hell out of the way. And I go backing up, right? Well, the bench was behind me.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I didn't even. And these were.
Oh, so you're on the sideline.
On the sideline,
and he's kind of getting forced out of bounds.
So you got to get that. Because you always see the assistant coach just get absolutely taken out. Yeah. So that was not going to be me. So I backed up. Well, we were at some podunk town, like way the hell out in Eastern Washington, and the benches were just these wooden benches. They didn't have a back on them or anything. They were just long, just bench. And so it was perfect. It was as if somebody got behind me on all fours and just and I mean I just went, and right behind me, right behind the bench were all the cheerleaders.
Oh, from your school.
From my school.
Ah.
So it's all the hot seniors and juniors, and here I am, this scrawny, awkward freshman, and just ass over tea kettle.
So that was,
and they all just. I mean, it's funny. It's like in that case, like as an adult these days or whatever, it's like you're out and you do something embarrassing. It's like nobody's just gonna be like, but that's what they did. Every single one of them
so
pointed and laughed like you were idiot.
You were in an after-school special at that point.
Oh my god!
You were watching the TV show.
They enjoyed the living shit out of it.
So then, how was that you impressing them?
And when I tried to clarify.
Opposite.
I tried to clarify that at the beginning of the story. I'm sorry. It was not me impressing them. It was just really
embarrassing.
First thing that came to mind.
Super embarrassing.
Yeah.
I did something like this. When you're a class clown and you do stuff on accident that's funny, it saves your life. People knew I was kind of a funny guy. I legit did the full on just like sitcom TV show funny. I went to the bathroom. Normal. Went to the bathroom. Went in the stall. Did my business. Came out. Washed my hands. And I walk in through the senior locker bay, and I'm a sophomore, and all of these people are looking at me, and all the hot chicks are looking at me, and they're pointing, and they're laughing, and I'm like not like a ha-ha, like, what an idiot, but like point, laugh, like nudge, hey. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. About friggin' time these girls start to realize I'm around here. And I looked down, and no joke, I had toilet paper stuck to the bottom of my shoe, full trail, coming still from the bathroom.
Really?
And everyone thought it was, and that's the thing, when you're a funny guy, you can do, like, I did not plan that, but everyone thought, oh, he's just being the idiot. Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, I totally planned that one.
That's why it's just a smart move to air to that way.
So be an idiot.
Oh yeah. Don't take yourself too seriously. That's the worst move, because then when you do
something,
oh my god,
it's done.
It's got to be so painful.
Bad for those idiots out there that aren't true idiots and play the idiot card.
Just play it. Oh.
So have you done anything?
Well, to impress? I mean, my entire 20s. I'm trying to think when it ever really backfired. I took taking like trying to be the tough guy and doing that. I mean, that was kind of, God, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, taking shots of liquor that I should not have taken, like the mystery shot. That was something that my friends in college used to do that was really, really messed up. And it really only happened after you got a woman that was like really into you, and you're like, oh shit, this is gonna happen. And you're like, and it was like 151 or something like that, which is crazy because you're totally gonna pass out. And it's like, yeah. And then they'd be like, you could have scored with Kelly, but you didn't
because you
passed out because you're a bitch.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, but no, man, it was all.
You never climb like a freaking like electrical tower camp. Like, did you do crazy? Were you a wild and crazy guy?
I was pretty wild. I mean, that was my entire 20. I can't even like single out like a single story. Because it's just like if someone
did you ever fight?
Oh yeah,
anyone for a girl?
A couple times, not really for a girl. Oh my god, I did have an awkward. Okay, Tim and Jimmy, you guys suck. Okay, let me just call you out right now because this is a story.
Are these real names?
These are real names.
Oh,
these are real guys.
Calling
this happened. Okay, so I was at a party, right? I brought these two jokers along, okay?
Same age, like same?
Same age.
Yeah,
these are my guys.
Okay. Your homies.
My homies, best friends, okay? I go to Puyallup High School, okay, after I got kicked out of the Baptist school, okay? So now I got this whole new, like, group of
friends.
Females. Yeah.
And you're the new guy. You're like
the
the mystery. You're also kind of like, who is this guy?
Right.
Now, is Tim and Jimmy from, just real quick, Puyallup, or are they from Tacoma?
No, they're from the Tacoma.
Okay,
they're from the Baptist school. So I'm like, okay, I guess you guys can come to the Puyallup party, right? And it's like, dude, doing them a total solid here because
making them look cool.
Yeah,
meeting girls.
The potential dating dating pool
very low.
at Tacoma Baptist. Yeah, no, there was the same, 6 or 7 potential women. They didn't change
forever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like doing them a huge favor. This girl ends up inviting me and another guy. The guy doesn't like me. She's upset. I go into the bathroom with her to try to console her because I'm Mr. Nice Guy, right? The guy gets even more mad because I'm in the bathroom with the chick. Clearly, I'm engaging, and the whole time I'm like, this is bullshit because I could be doing other things. I don't want to be sitting here listening to you cry, but I understand. Trying to be nice. My friend's like, hey, man, you're a dick. Why'd you disappear on us, right? And I'm like, hold on a second.
Right.
I'm just trying to help out.
Right.
She's sad.
So they're actually mad at you.
They're mad at me. And homeboy is really freaking mad.
He's ready to fight you.
He's ready to fight. So he goes like, hey, man, word gets around, right? He's just like, that guy needs to leave, right? And I'm like, hey, man, say it to my face, dude. Whatever,
wow. So
dude.
yeah.
And so that backfires because then he's like, it turns out this guy loves to fight. So then he's all about it. I'm like, uh-oh. And then my friends are standing like 30 yards behind me, like they're not even there. I keep looking at them, and he's like, what are you looking at them for? I'm like, well, I don't know, because you got 5 guys behind you, and one of them's holding a 40 bottle by the neck. Like, wonder why he's doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I had to sit there.
Take it.
The
fight, did he shove you a little bit?
He never did. But to this day, I should have just clocked the guy with the 40 bottle in his hand first. It's
so you're Jason Bourne in your head right now?
After the fact, I totally could have just kicked his kneecap.
Just
Just
it
hyperextended it the wrong way. Absolutely ruined his basketball career. And then homeboy, I could have kicked him in the nuts, and I could have totally punched dude in the throat, neck on his right.
Man.
Scissor kicked the other guy.
Boom. And then somehow hit your friends that you brought.
Yeah.
Too.
Thrown something at those guys for being total, like, what kind of a... this is the kind of thing that we watch movies that have this loosely in the loyalty, man. They were like, no, we are going to watch our friend get his ass kicked,
and we're going to enjoy it.
Yeah,
and we're actually going to probably egg it on a little bit.
Yeah.
He's actually slow. When he rolls out to his left, he's actually a little slow. So push him that way.
His left is super weak. You don't even have to
just throw it.
He's just gonna drop that left, and you can clock him, knock him out every time.
He's got a broken arm. He broke his arm like 2 years ago. It's probably still weak. Hit it there, upper shoulder.
Yeah,
I've had friends like that. I've had friends, and I still have friends like that. And these friends, they're friends. That's what you do. Basically, you're such good friends that you just kind of like want to see the other person go through torture. And that's like type of friendships I have, like with like friends that have like other football teams, and you're just like, and you're really good friends, and all you're doing is just wanting to see their team lose, so you just be like, you idiot.
Yeah,
like it just rub it, you idiot, those guys suck,
right?
Hey, best friend, want to go golf? And then you're golfing with them, and you're like, oh, I can't believe you shanked that, you idiot. Like the whole time is just but then you have those rare jewel moments where you have that solid conversation after a breakup, or you have like, nah, man, we're cool, and then like, but then you go right back into it where you just want to see the guy just miserably fail, and then rub it in their face.
There's something about men, that's how we bond for some stupid reason. Like, that's crazy. Like, you're just not going to follow through on any shots at all, are you? You just don't believe in that.
It's
crazy to play golf that way, but that's cool.
No, that was an 8. No, I had a 7. No, you hit it here, then you hit it there.
Like at 0.
As if it's like life or death, and you're screaming at him like as if you get no, and then you put it, you're 2 inches away. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And it's like, you feel better now? You feel better that you just maybe
never.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening. Let's shout out the Patreons real quick. Got one of the best Patreons in my world right now, Ira Potter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Eric Madrid, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Ira Potter, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Big V, Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, James Roberts, the dashing Jamie Kenny, Apollo Dolo, and Jackson Zoidhook. The reason I call Jamie the dashing Jamie Kenny, she door dashes on the side. She loves it.
DoorDash, is that what is that? What is
That's
that?
where you just like log into your app, and they'll be like, hey, there's a McDonald's thing waiting, and you'll make $6, and so you go pick it up, drive it to someone's house, drop it off, take a picture of it. She loves it. I went on it a couple times with her. It was miserable. It was torture. I'm like, you're doing this for $6? Like, you're going to AM/PM. They've got it all ready for you. Here's your Coca-Cola and your Choco Taco, and then you grab that, and then you go drive over to freaking Taco Bell and pick up their Taco Bell order, and then you drive for another 10 minutes trying to find this person's house. You find the house, you drop it off, and you just made $6, and maybe they tipped you $1. Like that, for 25 minutes, you made $7.
Yeah.
She loves it. She's a store manager at a grocery store. She's a store director. And on the side, but what I heard was, and this is what people will do, where you're in kind of like a high pressure job, this is kind of that fun, like if someone chews you out, like who cares?
Yeah,
Like,
makes sense.
It doesn't really affect you.
Makes sense.
But I've dared her to just eat some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stick your fingers in their food. No, I'm kidding. It's disgusting.
What's wrong with you?
Everyone, thanks so much for listening. Ira, I love having you on. We're going to have you on more. And
Thanks,
appreciate you in my life. Good luck to your son.
Thank you.
Good luck to you being a dad of a almost teenager. When did she turn 13?
1 year from now. She just turned 12.
Just turned 12.
Thank God.
Preteens, man.
I know.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day. Oh, by the way, we're going to read some of your guys' stories, so send them. We did the barf one. We haven't read that one yet. This one was, what was the most embarrassing thing that you've done to try to win someone over? Okay, I want to hear those stories.
Welcome.
Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day.
Of the greatest. A podcast that you never knew you needed. With interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice. Asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them. You are listening to